Get a little bit flashed up at this now, get my tiger on it. Okay guys, I was making a video in the attack shack and it wasn't going very well. The light levels were wrong, my kind of energy was wrong, and I thought, get out of there, let's get somewhere else and let's talk to you about something that I was doing last week, which is actually addressing one of my longer term clients. And I was saying to them, look, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody is coming to save you. I'm actually sat here with the school. The whole school's in front of me right here. And if you want to look at the school, go to Instagram. There's loads of pictures there. There's a whole bank of monitors in front of me here. So what I want to talk today about is victimhood. And the amount of victims there are in society. It's kind of crazy, to be fair. There's one thing in my life that I try not to allow myself to get into, and that is this victimhood narrative. I think it's very easy for us to feel sorry for ourselves. And feeling sorry for ourselves just ends up keeping us in the same place. If you feel that you've been wronged or something's happened to you, it's very easy to kind of say, that was not my fault. Therefore, the place I'm in, the world I'm in, the salary I'm earning, the person I'm married to, the family I've got, the life I'm leading, the lack of opportunity I have, is not my fault. Bullshit, fam. You're talking bollocks and you know it. Here's the thing, all right, because I'll get a little bit flashed up at this now, get my tiger on it. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody. Here's the thing about being downtrodden that really upsets me a little bit sometimes, all right? Because I get that way as well. I sometimes have to go out to my garage and do like 100 burpees in a row. I sweat through all the clothes I'm in. It's all civvy gear. I'm not even in my gym kit. And that is the only way I can get myself out of feeling in a victimhood narrative. That's the thing. The person I was speaking to last week, carrying a little bit of weight, got a family, looking at the wrong side of 50, all the things like that we all know we're going to get to, okay? A few health problems coming and everything else. And I'm saying to them, no one's coming to save you. Like, remember this thing. This is the best piece of advice I can give you. This is the most helpful piece of advice. This is me handing my love onto you. This is me giving you everything, which is exactly what I do with clients, families, friends, everything else. Nobody is coming to save you. This is on you. And it sucks. It sucks. What's life supposed to be? Life is supposed to be a challenge. Only through suffering can we actually do anything worthwhile. You've got to suffer. It's got to be uncomfortable. We know life's uncomfortable. This is why we inherently have a negative mindset. Because whenever we step out of the cave, we're expecting a tiger to be out there. If, saber-tooth tigers, of course, don't get me wrong, we're talking old school fangs now, people. If we had a positive mindset, we'd all have been eaten. We've got to have that negative mindset of thinking something negative is going to happen to us. And it just drags us down sometimes. The way that I can get over it, the way that we can all get over it, is through physical action. This is the weirdest thing as well. I'll tell you this right now. I've never been able to solve a negative thought through thinking more. I'll tell you what, I'm feeling really, really low. Let me think my way out of this. Never going to happen. Never going to think my way out of it. Never going to happen in a million years. Never going to think my way out of it. Now, I can move and I can action something and I can get my body. How many people do you know finish a workout and went, wish I hadn't done that? No, you might be tired. You might be rolling around the floor like a schoolgirl or something, but you don't ever regret doing it. In fact, if anything, you're like, yeah, I'm glad I did that. That's going to have a positive thing. It's going to have a positive value. But how many times you do something like get messed up on a night out, whatever, have some really unhealthy food the day before, and you think, yeah, I really enjoyed that. Maybe you do. Maybe that kind of character. And I fully understand and appreciate if you are. And maybe these videos aren't for you. Okay, that's all I'm saying is that I'll never have this. Whenever I have like bad meals, whatever, I kind of regret it. I know there's a healthier option. The other day I was driving back from seeing this person, in fact, hoping for McDonald's. I knew in the fridge back home, I had healthy food there. I knew what it was. I prepped it early in the day and I was thinking, well, if I have McDonald's, I'll skip that food and have it tomorrow. The food I have is like some beef with some pepper, some onion, some rice. Well, it's a great food. It's got the correct amount of carbohydrates, proteins and fats that I need. But I thought, I'll reward myself. I've been out, done this thing, I'll come back, have McDonald's. I kind of started searching for McDonald's on my phone before I slapped myself around the face and went, mate, be uncomfortable. Drive home, have your normal nom, have your normal food. Nom, nom, nom. Okay, be uncomfortable, embrace the suffering. And here's the thing that I find more powerful than anything else. I've been out of alcohol now for 7 weeks, guys. I do talk about it. I'm going to talk about it a bit more. It's still a bit delicate for me right now because I'm vulnerable. I recognize that I'm vulnerable. I don't want to be a girl about it or nothing, but I know that it's only in my shed or my garage. I haven't got rid of all the alcohol. It's in my house. My wife still drinks bottles of wine downstairs. I can go and get it any time. I'm not the guy that is over it. Not at all. I'm not saying I'm over it. I'm not saying we're ever going to be over it. I'm not saying I'm never going to drink again. I'm just saying I'm not drinking for now. And all I'm saying is I'm vulnerable, right? So I'm not getting deep into all that kind of cure. But what I'm saying is I'm 7 weeks out of drinking now. Stopped in the new year when hopefully a lot of other people did. And I think there's a lot of energy from people stopping together. And the only thing stopping me drinking, guys, is me hitting the gym every morning, hitting my garage normally, or going to the gym in town. But normally it's the garage. It's early morning. It's sometimes, you know, really cold, -6 degrees a couple of weeks ago. So -6 degrees. And then I look up weights on the internet. What weight's going to buy? What, you know, that kind of stuff. And there's a physical interaction with weights. And no matter how bad I feel, and sometimes I feel exceptionally low. And I'm talking like, I think I've spoken about this before, like suicidal low and shit. I'm talking like that. When I'm in there and I'm lifting, it's like there's something else happening with my body. All right. I'm almost saying that this body is worth something. Does that make sense? Like there's a worthwhile thing you're doing. It's worth you doing this. What I'm actually doing, I think, is getting rid of these negative thoughts through physical action. Whether that's because I'm getting toxins out of the body, I don't really know how it works. I'm just saying in the morning I wake up early, put the kettle on, get a cup of tea. I check the pets, make sure they're all right, and then I take my tea out to the garage. I don't normally take water. It doesn't matter during a workout anyway. Water might make you feel more comfortable, but it's not doing anything for you. How hydrated you are the day before is doing stuff for you, but I do take a cup of tea out with me. And I've got a workout to do, and I do that workout. Now, I just want you to know that if you are feeling low, and we spoke about a guy who wrote in the comments last time who was also feeling low, there's a quote that I think is quite relevant here from the great philosopher Wes Watson. If you don't know who Wes Watson is, have a look at Wes Watson on YouTube. Wes Watson, he's a prisoner from California, ex-prisoner. He's not for everyone, by the way, but he is, I think, he will resonate with certain men. Wes Watson said, the devil comes down hardest on those who are supposed to shine the brightest. Now, what if that was you? What if you were supposed to shine the brightest? So what if you were supposed to change the lives of some people and you didn't even realize it? You went through your whole life, you got to 75 and you died. Maybe you'd be thinking in your last few days, I could have done something a bit more worthwhile. This is what I take people through on my programs or in my flight school. I make it challenging for them so that they can overcome an obstacle. There's two paths they can take. The easy path, where I spoon feed them everything, which I'm not going to do. It's not the flight school I run. Or the path where I put obstacles in them. I put things in their way. And they don't always solve it. I'm hoping they won't solve it, actually, because I haven't made it hard enough if they have. But then when they land, when they get the jet taxi back in again, they're all on that virtual reality stuff, you know what I mean? We take it off, we have a debrief, and we talk about what happened. We talk about the lessons that can be learned from it. Maybe your life was supposed to be difficult. Have you ever thought of that? Maybe my life was supposed to be difficult. Maybe I was supposed to go through this alcoholism, coming out of the military, you know, being afflicted by this. And every other thing that happened when I was in the military, when I was coming out of the military, maybe it was supposed to be like this so that I could give something back to some people. And you know, I feel better speaking to you here, just holding this camera to my face than I did in the attack shack, because I couldn't get this out in the attack shack. I've got lights and everything here. I've got no lights here whatsoever. I'm just sat in front of my computer screens. I'm ready to teach. I'm teaching in an hour's time. We're teaching low-level surface attack profiles, time on target, pairs, F18, plus or minus 4 seconds. So I teach that tonight. If you want to join, by the way, DCS, you haven't got to play DCS, Digital Combat Sim. I teach you everything. I'll tell you how to set it up. It's a free game. Just come and find me, fastjetperformance.com. But have a think about this, guys. If you are being afflicted by something, something is getting to you, something's holding you down, and you're feeling like a bit of a victim, maybe the devil's coming down hardest on you, because maybe you're supposed to shine the brightest. That's how I'm going to leave it with you. I'm going to leave this there. But in the comments down there, I know people do this. Hey, hit the comments. Look, I'm interested in where you are. Like, what is going on? Are you feeling like we are all more victims now? Is it COVID? Is it the Ukraine war affecting us? Is it a recession that we're bouncing in and out of, or we're not in and we are in? Comments below. Appreciate your time. Always do. You haven't got to watch the video, and you did. And I really appreciate that. There's so many people you can watch, and you watch my video. Hey, look, I appreciate it. Thanks so much, guys. Tim Davies, Fast Jet Performance.